Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jae Eun, and I major in business administration. Let me give you a situation. Imagine you go to see a doctor with minor pains, and out of nowhere, your doctor tells you that you are at the final stage of lung cancer. How would you feel? When people think of stress, they think of something with sudden and imminent effect. But something that has been corrupting our system for a long time without visible effects can sometimes be more deadly. Today, I want to talk about huge economic gaps which are becoming a deadly disease in our society. I know that my previous speaker talked about economic gaps, but I'm pretty sure that I can provide you another fresh perspective. So, why is huge economic gaps threat to humanity? I will talk about two reasons why I think it is a threat. First, they decay our moral value, which is essential to human beings. Second, they create more social volatility. So let me begin explaining why huge economic gaps decay our moral values. When there's a widening gap, social mobility decreases because every opportunity comes with cost. This means that people with less money have less chances of overcoming their economic difficulties in one generation. So people's economic status becomes their cultural and social status. It becomes everything they have they can show to other people. So people start to prioritize these economic values. This change in our core value is very dehumanizing. And widening economic gaps are worsening this situation by making the situation change almost impossible. Core moral values, which differentiate human beings from animals, need to stay noble and pure. Second point that I want to talk about is huge economic gaps create more volatility in our social environment. Widening gaps make people's sense of deprivation in relation to basic sustenance. This means that more people cannot even buy food for their survival, while there are other people who are leading an extremely glamorous life. This makes people not trust each other and not trust the society, because they feel like there is a breakdown in the rule of law. So when people start not to trust each other, there is a problem. As you can see from this graph, countries with higher economic inequality have higher homicide rates. And in those states, people do not trust each other. This means that widening economic gaps make people turn their backs to each other and turn their backs to society and the government. So widening gaps leaves people with nothing but hostility. This means breakdown of society and the government. So far, I've talked about why huge economic gaps are threats to our humanity. Now, I'll give you one solution, which I named easy sharing. We always ask the rich to donate more and share more. However, I think it is absolutely more important to create a culture where everybody can share naturally. So the way to do this, I thought, to make people feel the joy of share in our daily activities with easier access. So I thought of donation game. Every time you play, you get to help other people. And when you reach the final level, you may get to see the person that you've been helping out. Through these easy activities, people can really experience the joy of sharing, and this can create a culture where everybody can share naturally. When there are many people who have experienced the meaningful returns they can get from sharing, the culture will be formed to change dehumanize values that we have and hostility that we have. In conclusion, I have talked about why humanity. They became our moral values and create more social political environment. And then I suggest you one solution, which I named easy sharing. I hope that this presentation has helped you understand the urgency of this issue and gave you a sense of responsibility to take these matters into our own hands. Thank you so much for your attention.